With the King's coronation this weekend, let's hope this episode is fit for Kings. Last time out, we won our first bit of silverware for the season, and we want to improve on that and go further in two more competitions today. First of all, we have to overturn a 2-goal deficit against Barcelona in the Champions League. And then we have an FA Cup quarter-final, and we travel to Merseyside. Hello and welcome to episode 65 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, as mentioned in the preamble, we have for you two games. First of all, the League 16 leg 2 of the Champions League, 2 goals behind at half-time theoretically. Need to overturn that in this particular game. Not as easy as said than done because it's against Barcelona. And then we have an FA Cup quarter-final as we travel to Merseyside, to Everton's new stadium, the Bramley Dock. It almost sounds like an apple, doesn't it? A Bramley Dock stadium in Liverpool for the FA Cup quarter-final against Everton, a competition that we won last season, we'd like to win again. And, of course, still on for the quadruple, one of them in the bank. The other three, well, who knows where we go with that? We'll find out. We'll be a bit clearer at the end of today's episode. What's been happening since you were last with us? Not a lot, because we haven't played any more games because it's almost back-to-back episodes at the minute. There's so much going on. But yes, today our big focus is on this game against Barcelona. Excuse me a minute. I don't know if I edited out that sneeze or not, but I'm not quite sure where that came from. As I was saying, our focus is on this game against Barcelona in the round of 16. I'm not sure how we did last season. Did we get knocked out in the round of 16 or did we progress further? Champions League quarter-final. We got knocked out in the quarter-final. Oh, no, we didn't. We got knocked out in the semi-final. Of course we did, against our arch enemies, Liverpool, on that occasion. And we were 2-1 up after the first leg, thinking we'd got it made. But then we had to go to Anfield, of course, which is never a good thing to do. Never a good thing to do. Anfield seems to be a fortress for Liverpool. I think I might have just messed that up, actually. Let's sort this out, because it's this skin. It messes everything up. Right, so that's first up. Then a game against Everton in the FA Cup quarter-final. We've played Everton 6 times so far. We haven't lost to them. Today, I don't want today to be the first time. But as you will see, we have beaten them at home on quite a few occasions, all in the Premier League, which is quite interesting. Bramley Moor Dock, last time we played them, it was a 2-2 draw. And prior to that, Goodison Park, last time we played them at Goodison Park, 1-1 draw. So we've only beaten them once so far this series at their place, and that was a 3-1 win way back in 2022. So, I'm not quite sure. They're obviously doing quite well at Bramley Dock, as we will see from the Premier League. If we go to the Premier League and have a look at it, they are doing quite well because they are in 4th place on 50 points, having played 29 games. We are still top, 66 points, but played the same amount of games as Liverpool and equal points. We're just there on goal difference at the minute, so need to keep the momentum up. We can't afford to lose. We won't be playing Premier League stuff in this episode, of course. And then Manchester City and Everton just below us. Manchester City on 64 points, say Everton on 50, so a little bit of a gap there. Probably next episode, because again, back-to-back episodes. I'm sorry about that, but there is a reason for it, because Liverpool, of course, that is a 6-pointer, and it is at Anfield. And then we have a game against Tottenham, which is at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And that, of course, our last local derby of the season, and probably of the series, to be fair. So that's where we are at. Right. Anything else to tell you? I'm not sure there is. I think it's about high time we got on with the episode and see if we can overturn this 2-goal loss in the first leg. Of course, goals from Porro, who was really annoying in that first leg, and Fatty, to see if we can overturn that and to get ourselves back on track in this game. Let's fingers crossed and hope so. Let's go and have a look, because we haven't played at home since we played Arsenal. We lost 2-1 to them. So we need to be back on form at home today if we can. That would be good. Let's have a look at the team then that will face Barcelona in this second leg of the Champions League last 16. And here is the team that will face Barcelona in this last 16 match. Second leg. And you also know that we do have a number of players that are on yellows. And if they were to pick up a yellow card today, they would miss the next round, the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So need to be very careful. Well, we got plenty of thing in depth, but it would be good if they didn't get those. I'm not sure if they're overturned after today. We'll see. Karnasechi continues in goal then. Chilwell, Timber, Fofana and James, our defensive line. Rice and Milenkovic Savic in midfield, with Rodrigo and Mount and Sterling as our attacking midfield, with Havertz up front. Rodrigo, of course, still in because of that injury to Koeman. He's a little way off yet. It's still a couple of weeks away. He has 6 to 12 days. He's missing for. Kante is suspended because of yellow cards. And I think that's about all the injuries and stuff that we've got at the moment. So that's quite good. On the bench then, we have Mendy, Koulibaly, Otavio, Tell, Garcia, Fernandes, Broja, Cucurella, Azpilicueta, Kepa, rather, Barbosa, Kovacic, and we have a spare on the bench. So let's have a look. We do need to sort this out. We have been putting Zugatti on there, giving the youngsters a bit of a run out, and Kepa will come off the bench, and we will put on Murray Campbell. We'll make an outing on the bench for him. So that's how we're set up for this particular game. And Champions League, we get the Champions League screens. We're playing our 4-2-3-1, of course. And what we don't know is how much the extra time against Brentford has knocked out of us. They're playing a 4-1-2-2-1 or 4-1-4-1, whichever way you look at it. Teams coming out. Playing in our blue and white. And Barcelona playing in a sandy colour tonight. Beige. Our first highlight. 8 minutes in. Chilwell on that far side as we look for a goal. Havertz. Chilwell through to Havertz again. Havertz is pinging around. He's in the back of that. Mason Mount. His 20th goal of the season. And we've got a goal back. It's 2-1 after 8 minutes. And that's just the start we wanted. It's ferocious. It's exactly what we wanted. A bit of luck. Come off of the defender. Mount capitalising, but that doesn't matter. Question of offside here. No, he's not offside. Sergi, he's given all the ball away though. And a long ball forward. It's into the area. It's pinging around. And Lewandowski pushed to Chilwell, it says. Baldy with a throw in to Fatty. Sounds like you're being nasty at Baldy and Fatty. Yeah. Sterling getting the ankles of Baldy, I think it was. Pero, who did damage in the first game. He's playing a bit deeper this time, I think. Oh, through. Karnasechi gets on to the end of that. Highlight is going to continue. Yaron Timber picking up a yellow card for downing Lewandowski. Oh, that was a poor ball. Lewandowski early in the first half. Who is that? Can we have a look? Who is it? It's Rice. That was a poor ball from Rice. And Dembele is in here. He crosses it into the area. It's cleared off the line, I think, by Timber. Or Fofana. And half-time comes. Not enough in that first half to get us really back on terms. And Barcelona came back into that. As you see, we were doing quite well. And then Barcelona got back into it. 7 shots, 2 on target, 1.19 on the XG, 58% of the possession. They are bossing the game. We need to turn it a little bit. We've had 8 shots, 3 on target. Need to make those ones that hit the target count. 0.89 on the XG, 42% possession. We're part way there, but we need to get a little way. We need a couple of goals in the second half. And with 58 minutes on the clock, we made a couple of changes. Tired legs out there, and I think starting to see signs of that extended game against Brentford in the Carabao Cup Final, which has not done us any good. Declan Rice is off then, and we've taken Declan Rice off, brought on Kovacic, and Mason Mount, also very tired, has come off. Havertz drops into that attacking playmaker role. Matthias Tell goes up front. And we have a highlight. 60 minutes on the clock. And Barcelona trying to come forward, but Fofana under that. Savic back to James. Fofana, Savic, Timber. Timber comes forward. Kovacic, Fofana, Savic trying to find a way through here. Not able to. Sterling, can he work his magic? Rodrigo, Kovacic, Havertz tries to thread it through to Matthias Tell. Couldn't do it. And Dembele as they counter us. And they're on the attack. Sterling, though, in midfield, finds that ball. We have a go again. Rodrigo, Chilwell, finds Havertz. Havertz into the area. Can he cross it into the area? No, he's back for Chilwell. Chilwell crosses it. Matthias Tell. And it's 2-0 on the night. It's 2-2 on aggregate. We're back in the game, boys and girls. It's not over yet. 62 minutes on the clock. And just what we wanted. Lovely ball. And Matthias Tell guided it in. And Porro throw in. Chilwell wins the ball though. Timber as we come forward again. Sterling has been tackled, but James is there. He's backing him up. James. Havertz steps in. Havertz back to James. James loses the ball. No control on that, and that's gone out. But Savic comes back for it. The highlight stays alive. Fofana. James cuts inside. Well played. Looking for Rodrigo. Rodrigo crosses it in. And I'm not sure if that was Havertz. Headed it straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. James. Kovacic. We don't want this to go to extra time. Timber to Chilwell. Chilwell crosses it in, looking for somebody to get on the end of it, but didn't. Timber's lost the ball, though. And the counter is on. And this is where we're tired and we're flat out. Fatty! Straight at Carnasecchi, and Carnasecchi saves that ball, but he's gone out for a corner. Good save by Carnasecchi. And Carnasecchi comes out and claims that one. And with 73 minutes on the clock, we've made all our rest of our changes. And it's going to be a tight one because we are struggling. Fernandes comes on in midfield for Savic, who's had a reasonably good game. We've also taken off Sterling on the right-hand side. Barbosa on for him. It was really a choice because both sides of the pitch, right, Rodrigo is very, very tired as well. Reece James is tired, and Ben Chilwell, neither of those has come off. We've had to swap. Koulibaly has come on in central defence for Uran Timber, who's just really tried to select the players that perhaps weren't playing as well in the game, and the players that are playing well, leave them on the pitch because they don't want to disrupt it too much. But we've made all the changes. Don't think I've mentioned them all, but we'll have to see if we can see the game out. Pedro Porra with the throw in on this near side for our next highlight. And we need to win this ball back. Chilwell does. Finds Carnasecchi. Koulibaly. Fofana. Karnasechi, Kulabai to Kovacic. Kovacic finds Barbosa. Barbosa across for Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Oh. Bellerin. Habits wins the ball from Bellerin, but Bellerin wins it back. And Fofana winning that ball. And is Fofana going to get a yellow card here? He is. And it's turned into a red. And he's got sent off. And the change that we've made is Fernandes drops into the deep-lying playmaker role. Koulibaly will move more central. And the two wing-backs will just have to play as... I'm not sure they're particularly good as central defenders. Oh, James could be. So maybe we just change them in and we don't go with any wing backs. We'll bring those in like that. Chilwell's probably the most thingied at that. Ball playing defender on a defend. So that's how we'll play with a flat back three. Fernandes, we can move back into that central midfield, play him as a ball-winning midfielder. Maybe as a deep-line playmaker. And try and get that ball forward if we can. Let's see what we can do. We need an extra goal. And for the second time in succession, we've gone to extra time. And we have poor and tired legs even now. We were definitely better in this game. 16 shots, 6 on target, 2.06, 47% of the possession. Barcelona had 9 shots, 3 on target, 1.30, 53% of the possession. I think we've got possibly another substitute we can make. Need to have a look and see who's worse and bring off. But we're down to 10 men. That's our only problem. And we have, ahead of the extra time, we have made one more change. We brought Eric Garcia on in defence in place of Ben Chilwell, who was very, very tired. And Rodrigo is going to have to stay up front and battle it out, as is Reece James. Let's hope it doesn't come back and bite us. And half-time, no highlights in that first half of extra time. Both sides tired, I think. And realistically, I think this could be going to penalties. And probably isn't the worst thing. Whether we'll beat them on penalties or not is another matter. But let's keep our fingers crossed that that is the case. Just need a little bit of inspiration here. But we have tired legs and a little bit of worry. Reece James and Rodrigo both suffering. And we do have a highlight. Karnasechi, Koulibaly, James. Koulibaly, Enzo goes forward looking for somebody. Havertz wins it in and Tell's there. Tell's chipped the goalkeeper. Yes! 23rd goal of the season for Matthias Tell. It's 3-0 on the night. 3-2 on aggregate. And what a turnaround this has been. And if this is the goal that wins us and the tie... Matthias Tell getting there ahead of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper couldn't get it, and we just need to hang on now. 118 minutes. It's 3-2 on aggregate, and Barcelona coming forward, flooding forward. It's gone over the top. I don't know. Karnasechi didn't get that. 1 minute of injury time to play. We're in the final minute of full time. Garcia. Long throw into the penalty area, and it's headed out wide and cleared by Dembele. Barbosa will have the throw in again. He's killing time. We are in that 1 minute of added on time. There's not a lot. Just need to hang on to the ball. Barbosa. Havertz. Havertz finds Kovacic. Kovacic tries shot Tell straight at Stegen, and he needs to get rid of this quick if they try and get back up the other end of the pitch. We just need to win this ball back and it's game over. And it's all over. We have won that. Well, what a turnaround. Didn't go to penalties in the end. And we have beaten them 3-0 on the evening, 3-2 on aggregate. It was that goal from Matthias Tell after 108 minutes that won it. And, well, what can I say? 50% of the possession, 20 shots, 8 on target, 2.34 against their 12, 4, 1.61, 50% of the possession. Boys and girls, there is a draw coming up for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Am I happy? I'm very, very happy, especially down to 10 men. Well, there you go. There's confirmation of our overturning our 2-goal deficit, beating Barcelona 3-2. And what a good game that was too. But Tottenham overturning theirs 3-1, bringing it back to 3-3, but they ended up in penalties, losing to Bayern Munich on penalties. That's not good news for them. So a draw coming up at some point or other. I will go and check and see when that draw is going to happen. Well, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or what's going on, but we didn't get the draw. All of a sudden, this news item came up. Chelsea draw Bayern Munich in Champions League. Chelsea will play Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final. We've been drawn as the home team in the first leg to be played at Stamford Bridge on the 8th of April. Winner will meet either Leipzig or Real Madrid in the semi-final. So the quarter-final and the semi-final draws obviously made, but not on screen. So I do apologise that, but it's definitely not come up. I've checked through to make sure I hadn't missed a news item or anything such like. And I mean, we had this UEFA Champions League round of 16 provides no shocks, and then as you'll see, nothing there saying draw for, and it usually comes up with the must respond thing. So that's not happened, and as a consequence of that, it means that we have episode trails continuing to run, back-to-back episodes, I'm afraid. Liverpool and Bayern Munich in the next episode, and then we will have we'll play probably Burnley offline, and it'll be Bayern Munich and Fulham in the next one, depending on the FA Cup quarter-final, because if we play the FA Cup quarter-final, where does the semi-final fall out? Let's have a look at the schedule. Semi-final draw, so that will come up straight after. We should get that. The semi-final is on the 19th of April. Right. So, if we go back a stage, 19th of April, it's going to fall in with the Fulham. So, it'll be Bayern Munich and FA Cup semi-final. If that's where it comes up, the Fulham game will be displaced. So, it's back-to-back Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and then potentially Bayern Munich second leg, and the FA Cup semi-final coming up there. So we'll just continue with the episodes for the moment, all back-to-back as it is. Right, let's get on with the episode then and have a look at the team that will face Everton for this FA Cup quarter-final, because we can't be in the semi-final until we've won the quarter-final. And this is the team that will face Everton in this Emirates FA Cup quarter-final at Bramley Moor Dock. And it's Carnasecchi continues in goal. Cucurella is in for Ben Chilwell, who's just having a bit of a rest. Garcia, Fofana and Timber are the rest of our back line. Fernandes and Kante in front of them in midfield, with Sterling, Havertz and Barbosa sitting behind. Mateus Tell on the bench. Mendy, Koulibaly, James, Chilwell, Rice, Kovacic, Mount, Otavio and Milinkovic-Savic. And this is how the two sides face off. Bruno Lage, the manager at Everton, and it's Virginia in goal. Malenko, Sturridge, Mina and Patterson, the defensive. Garner playing as the defensive midfielder. Nakamba and Doucouré in midfield, with Gordon and Messias, the wide players, sitting behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the bench. Pickford, Godfrey, Gruev, Paqueta, Whittaker, Brathwaite, Tarkowski, Kromi and Quintin. And Everton having the first highlight. It's just gone over the top, 4 minutes on the clock. Garcia to Cucurella, back to Garcia. Fernandes, Barbosa, back to Barbosa from, I think it was Havertz actually. but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper rolls it out. I couldn't say that for a minute. And Everton come marauding forward. Nice ball. Gordon in the area, and Carnasechi came for it and messed that up completely. Rare that we see Carnasechi make mistakes, but he's made a mistake there. He's come for that ball and left the goal wide open. And Gordon got there before him, crossed it in, and Messias scores the goal. Barbosa with a free kick, swings it over. It's been headed clear. And Mikolenko coming away with it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And they're swinging it about again. Messias. And we don't want him to score a second. But we've got a break on now. Sterling. Can he get it inside to Havertz? Havertz is there, but he's not coming forward. Crossed into the area, looking for one of our players, but didn't find him. And Everton tidy up. And we're half a yard behind. I think we're 2 games with extra time is catching up with us. Barbosa now. Barbosa to Sterling. Sterling has a shot. Oh, what a goal from Sterling. He's 8th of the season. And a fine goal. It's 1-1 with 26 minutes on the clock. Lovely individual play from Sterling. Sterling picks the ball up and drives it from 30 yards out. Fine goal. Patterson with a throw-in on that far side. This ball swung out, causing us all sorts of problems. Gordon out here with it, crosses it back in, and it's a goal. And that's Messias again. And we got to sort Gordon out. Gordon's causing us problems out on this left wing. And they go 2-1 up after 29 minutes. It's Garcia. He's out jumping Garcia. And half-time comes, and a torrid first half that was. Thought we got ourselves back on terms when Raheem Sterling thundered a ball in after 26 minutes. But Messias causing us all sorts of problems. Well, in fact, the two of them linking up on that left side. So it's Messias scoring the 2 goals. They've had 9 shots, 5 on target, 0.99. 47% of the possession. We've had 9 shots, 3 on target, 0.76. 53% of the possession. We need to do something different in the second half to try and win this game. And I'm not sure what it is, but I need to work it out quick. And with 61 minutes on the clock, we made 3 changes. It's Kante has come off, and we've brought Milinkovic-Savic on as the ball-winning midfielder. The Mazzala role has changed as well. Fernandes coming off from Declan Rice. We need a bit more oomph in that midfield. We've also pushed Havertz up front. Mateus Tell comes off. Sterling goes back left side. Barbosa on the right. And Mason Mount comes on as that attacking playmaker, looking for the goal. To get us back equal terms, but then looking to get... We don't want to go to extra time for the 3rd game in a row. Patterson with a throw in for Everton, and another goal from them will finish us off. That lovely ball forward though to Sterling, and we are on the break. Don't know that he's got a lot of support there at the minute, and he's lost the ball. Waiting, holding the ball up and couldn't hold it up. That was the problem there. And Everton come forward again, and we're looking tired now. Messias is looking for his... that's gone wide. It's gone out for a corner. Going to say he's looking for his hat-trick. Garner with a corner. And it's just gone wide. Carnasechi then to Garcia. Garcia to Timber. Timber comes forward and loses the ball. CS causes all sorts of problems. Garcia heads that down. Savic wins it in midfield. He comes up marauding forward. Finds Havertz. And Havertz, oh, goalkeeper saved that. It's gone wide for a corner. Mason Mount with a corner from this side. It's floated in, but no joy. Rice trying to get that back out of Mount, messed it up. Patterson with a throw in down, long throw into the box. Sterling trying to get under that, didn't. And they come forward again. Oh, well, good save by Carnasechi, but I think it was offside. And with 75 minutes on the clock, our final two changes, it looks at the moment as if we're going out of this competition. And end of our quadruple, if it does, Fernandes. So the players coming off is we've taken Garcia off, brought on Koulibaly in central defence, and Reece James has come on for Yoran Timber on that right side just to shore up our defence. But we still desperately need somebody to do something in that midfield. They're struggling as it stands. Free kick for Everton as well. And Doucouré, and that's headed by Cucurella. Save that. All flashed over the top. James with a throw in that far side. Koulibaly. Koulibaly forward finds Barbosa. Last ditch attempts here. Barbosa crosses it in, but it's defended well. It was a poor ball in, really. James wins it back, though. What's he going to do with this? It's into the area. Into space. It's scored. And it's Gabriel Barbosa with his 9th of the season. And it's 2-2. It looks like extra time coming again. Or does this go straight to penalties? I'm not sure. But we've left it late to get back on equal terms. 2nd minute of injury time. And it has gone to extra time. 3rd game in a row with extra time. It's going to be a long episode. Barbosa getting us back on terms. 2 minutes into injury time. We can make one more change. 17 shots, 7 on target. 1.83 for Everton. 52% of the possession. We've had 13 shots, 6 on target, 1.81, 48% of the possession. It's still a lot of work to do. And our final change as we enter this extra time, it's Cucurella is off and Ben Chilwell comes on. Let's see if we can go and win this match. And once again, no highlights in that first half of extra time. And we edge it a little bit closer to penalties. And I thought we were going to do penalties against Barcelona. And things changed dramatically. Are we about to have some drama in the second half of extra time? Let's go and find out. I don't think we can make any more changes, though. And Everton have a free kick. It's swung in, but straight into the arms of Carnasechi, thankfully, who was well placed. And Carnasechi will throw this ball out to Fofana. Rice finds Sterling, who's put in a good shift again. Rice finds Chilwell. Chilwell to have it. It's Mount. And you can always expect Mason Mount to step up. And his 21st goal of the season. And we've done it again. From being 2 down, we've come back into this game. Mason Mount puts it away. 3-2 on 110 minutes. And still some drama left in this. Whittaker. And they've got made it 3-3. Calvert-Lewin. And I think penalties are likely now. Got caught at dead ball situation. And it is penalties. And this is where heroes are made. And let's get it underway. Everton will be first up for the penalties. And it's a save by Carnasechi. What a good start. We just need to put these away now. Mason Mount steps up. 1-0. Gruev, if Carnasechi can make another save. He can't. He's gone the wrong way. 1-1. Barbosa. And he's put that away. He's not always good, is Barbosa, but it's 2-1 on penalties. Nakamba. He's sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Havertz, our third. Kai Havertz send the goalkeeper the wrong way, and it's 3-2. Tarkowski for Everton. And Carnasecchi makes another save. That has got to be it. And it's this one to win it. Who's up? I've forgotten who's up now. It's Savic is up to win the quarterfinal. And the net bulges. We are through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup for the second season in a row. Talk about do it the hard way. But it all adds to the excitement of the episode. Let's face it. Goodness me. So on penalties then, after 3-3 against Everton, a do or die stuff. We still haven't beaten them at the Bramley Moore Dock Stadium, but we worry too much about that. But Carnasecchi on form in goal. That's why he's been my goalkeeper this season. And Mendy's moaning and groaning in the background, but that's why. So there we go. That is it. I think we do have a draw for the semi-final coming up. And before we end the episode, let's have a quick look at the draw for the semi-final of the FA Cup. It's Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle and Nottingham Forest in the draw. Something tells me we're going to end up with Liverpool here. Let's get the draw underway. Just those four teams in it then for the semi-final. Both played at Wembley. And first out, we're first out. And we will play Nottingham Forest. So if we got Liverpool, we will have them in the final. Nottingham Forest then of the Championship, I think. Yeah. And it's going to be Liverpool to play Newcastle in the other semi-final. That's how it's ended up. So we've got Nottingham Forest. Let's have a look and see how that affects our scheduling. Right, we're coming back. Liverpool and Bayern Munich in the next episode. And then it'll be Bayern Munich and Nottingham Forest in the episode after that. And then we'll probably Tottenham and Middlesbrough. I don't know. Depends how we get on with these competitions here and how it all falls out. But that's how the next couple of episodes are looking. Well, it's been one heck of a ride today on today's episode. 2 lots of extra time, 3 lots of extra time in 3 games. But despite our sort of tiredness and all the rest of it, we've worked our way through. The quadruple is still on. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode, because if you have, you need to leave me that big thumbs up. It's been an entertaining episode, if nothing else. Subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and new series as they are released here on the channel. Not forgetting our To Be a Legend series as well. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date what's happening, it's best to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 66. It's out on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll have regained a little bit of composure, because we've got to play Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-final next up, as well as our arch nemesis, Liverpool, at Anfield. Doesn't bode well, does it? It's a bank holiday weekend. It's the King's coronation. If you're having a relaxing weekend, then have a good weekend. Enjoy your extra day off and all the rest of it. And we'll see you on Tuesday for the next episode. Until then, it's a very goodbye. Goodbye.